Hello everyone, and welcome to today's session. I'd like to quickly introduce myself. I'm Serenato Ikabanganan from Gente de Leon National High School. I am your health teacher. I am passionate about the subject I teach. I enjoy educating students in my best possible way. I'm glad to be here with you today. Before we get started, I would like to go over a few items so you know how to participate in today's discussion. Here are some reminders. The next thing I'll share with you is the most essential learning competencies. So allow me to give you the competencies that you are about to learn. By the end of the lesson, you'll be able to discuss basic terms in sexuality as important component of one's personality. Explain the dimensions of human sexuality. Analyze the factors that affect one's attitudes and practices related to sexuality and sexual behaviors. Assess personal health attitudes that may influence sexual behavior. Relate the importance of sexuality to family health. Now, let us proceed to pre-assessment for me to know your prior knowledge about today's topic. For the instruction, type the letter of the correct answer on the comment box. Are you ready? That's a question number 1. What term defines a man or a woman based on biological characteristic? A, androgyny. B, gender. C, sex. D, sexuality.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Time is up. The answer is letter C, sex. You are doing great. Question number 2. What do you call the sets of activities that society considers as appropriate for men and women? A, gender equality. B, gender identity. C, gender role. Or D, gender sensitivity.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Letter C, gender role. Amazing. Let us continue. Question number 3. Which of the following represents a major aspect of personality? And it's closely related to emotional and social development and can be best understood by connecting it to and the total adjustment of individual in the family and society. A, female. B, male. C, sex. D, sexuality.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's up? The answer is letter D, sexuality. Let us proceed to question number 4. Which of the following represent emotional self? A, the way you look as a man or a woman. B, the way you think as a man or a woman. Letter C, the way you feel about yourself and others. D, the way you value your relationships.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Time's up. The answer is letter C, the way you feel about yourself and others. You are in the right track. Keep working on it. Question number 5. Why is it important to understand human sexuality? A, it will help us build a better relationship with ourselves and others. B, there is a specific age for developing one's personality. C, we have similar sexuality issues. D, we will all be mature adults. Write your answer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Time is up. The answer is letter A. It will help us build a better relationship with ourselves and others. As you continue to grow and develop, it is important that you know how to manage the crucial aspect of your personality and your sexual health. This lesson developed to guide you in your learning journey about gender and sexuality. To build up their energy and excitement and give overview of today's topic, we have a game called Picture Reveal. You need to identify the following pictures that is related to gender and sexuality. To reveal the picture, I will remove the barriers until the end. With each removal of the barrier, you can guess the picture. You can type your answer in our comment box. I hope that instruction is clear. Are you ready? If you are ready, let's have picture number 1. I will remove barrier number 5, 9, 7, and 6. I think you can guess now the picture. Let us continue removing the barrier number 3, 2, 4, and 8. We are now in our last barrier. What do you think is the answer? If your answer is male, you are correct. If your answer is correct, tap your shoulder and tell yourself, I'm good. If your answer is incorrect, tap your shoulder and tell yourself, better luck next time. Now, let's proceed to the second picture. Picture reveal. Same procedure. I will remove the following barrier. Number 1, 3, 5. I hope everybody's participating. Do you have any idea? Let us continue removing the barrier. And number 7, 9, 4, 6, 8. Are you excited to know the answer? The answer is family. Keep it up. Amazing. The next one becomes even more exciting. Picture number 3. First barrier to remove, number 9. And second is number 1. Next is 4, 7, and 2. What do you think is the answer? Let us pursue the removal of the barriers. Number 3, number 5, 6. The answer is female. Very good. Thumbs up if your answer is correct, and thumbs down if it's incorrect. To those who got the wrong answer, don't worry, you still have a last chance. Let us proceed to final picture. Picture reveal. Let's remove the number 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7. And the last is, the answer is cell. I hope everybody enjoyed our today's activity. Male, family, female, and self are words related to gender and sexuality. Can you give some of these words related to gender and sexuality? You have 1 minute to type your answer in our comment box. Your time starts now. Time's up. Let's find out. The following are additional words that is related to gender and sexuality. We have sex, health, girl, widow, boy, equality, behavior, norms, role, and peers. Now that you are familiar with the words related to gender and sexuality, you are ready to explore the crucial aspect of your personality. In this presentation, I will discuss the meaning of the following: sexuality, sex, gender, gender role, and gender equality. What does the sexuality mean? Sexuality is the integral part of what we do and who we are. It is the total expression of an individual's self-concept. Sexuality is about sexual feelings, attractions, and behaviors towards other people. Sexuality means you have to be aware of yourself better. As you grow older, you will experience a range of social, emotional, and physical changes. As this occurs, you need an intensive knowledge on how to deal with your attitudes and behavior. Let us proceed to our second term. What is sex? Sex is centered on the biological basis of being a male or female. Sex is a major aspect of personality. The third term is gender. What is the definition of gender? Gender is a social concept on how men and women should think, feel, and act. It refers to femininity and masculinity of a person's role and behavior. Gender refers to the characteristics of women, men, girls, and boys that are socially constructed. This includes norms, behaviors, and roles associated with being a woman, man, girl or boy, as well as relationships with each other. What about gender role? What is the meaning of gender role? Gender role refers to a set of roles, characteristics, and expectations of how a man or woman should feel, think, and act as influenced by parents, peers, and society. Gender roles are the product of interactions between individuals and their environment. Next is gender equality. What do you mean by gender equality? Gender equality permits men and women equal enjoyment of human rights. When people of all genders have equal rights, responsibilities, and opportunities, that is called gender equality. It is important to have a clear outlook of yourself. Then you will be able to focus on your good points and develop your weaknesses. If you know yourself well, you will know what you must do to stay healthy. In the next part of our discussion, I'll show you the dimensions of human sexuality. The following are the dimensions of human sexuality: physical self, mental self, social self, emotional self, ethical self. Let us discuss one by one. Physical self, the way you look as a man or a woman, refers to the body, the tangible aspect of a person that you can directly observe and examine. Mental self, the way you think as a man or a woman, the sum total of qualities that distinguish the mind of one personality from that of another, or one's personal identity. Social self, the way you interact with others. Analysis of self-concept based on social nature of the self. Emotional self, the way you feel about yourself and others, is the ability to understand your own emotions and their effects on your performance. And the last is ethical self, the way you value your relationship pertaining to or dealing with morals or the principles of morality pertaining to right and wrong in conduct. I hope everything is clear now about terms and dimensions of sexuality. Let us continue. The next thing I'll share with you is the factors that affect one's attitude. The following are the factors that affect one's attitudes: family, peers, media, and culture. How does family influence your sexuality? Family. Family values oftentimes determine your own values. According to social science research, children are less likely to become sexually active at an early age if their parents maintain a relationship of attachment, involvement, and communication. How does fears affect sexuality? Fears, like your family, your friends can also have a significant impact on your views on human sexuality. During adolescence is the result of social influence, in particular the peers, according to the perception of their attitudes and sexual behavior. What are the influence on media on one's personality? Media plays a significant role in our lives as we regularly watch televisions, listen to radio, search the internet, read newspapers, etc. Media keep sexual behavior on public and personal agendas. Media portrayals reinforce a relatively consistent set of sexual and relationships norms. How does culture affect sexuality? Culture. Filipinos living in different regions have diverse cultures and beliefs. Your culture background can affect your values regarding sexuality, along with the norms and standards set by society. Aspects of sexuality that are influenced by culture includes values, such as decisions regarding appropriate sexual behavior, suitable partner, appropriate age of consent, as well as who to decide what is appropriate. The next topic to discuss is the sexuality refers to your attitudes and behavior towards yourself. And sexuality refers to your perceptions, feelings, behaviors towards others. You can use the following questions to assess your attitudes and behaviors toward yourself. First, how you see yourself. Second, how you feel about yourself. Third, how you think of yourself. Fourth, how you love yourself. Healthy sexuality means taking high sense of responsibility for all, for your actions, since this can affect self-esteem, decision-making, and behavior. Sexuality refers to your perceptions, feelings, and behaviors towards others. You can use the following questions to assess your perceptions, feelings, and behaviors towards others. 1. How you see others. 2. How you think of others. 3. How you feel about others. 4. How you love others. The way you see yourself influenced by many people. It is important to maintain good relationship with others. They will support you and give you confidence, provide companionship, and will keep you from being lonely. Is there any question? If none, let us continue. I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about characteristics of healthy sexuality. Healthy sexuality encompasses the following characteristics. 1. Self-love, your acceptance of yourself. 2. Self-knowledge, your understanding of your feelings and your character. 3. Self-confidence, your awareness of the things that you can do well. Next, self-respect, your regard of yourself as a worthwhile person. Next is self-expression, your way of showing your individuality and expressing yourself as a man or as a woman. Just keep in mind that sexuality encompasses our whole being. The following are the things that we need to consider to develop our personal attitudes. They are the things that we need to do for ourselves. 1. Appreciates our body. 2. Takes responsibility for our own behaviors. 3. Knowledgeable about sexuality issues. Here are the things that we need to do for our family. 1. Communicates effectively with family. 2. Able to express love to your family members. 3. Perform your duties and responsibilities at home. To continue, there are the things that we need to do to our peers. Express love and intimacy in appropriate ways. 2. Have the skills to evaluate readiness for mature relationship. Interact with both genders in appropriate and respectful ways. Respect both gender in all aspects. I provide you with an activity that will enhance your understanding about gender and sexuality. You need to answer the following activity in your learning packet. We have book a word, male versus female. How well do I know myself? Don't forget to submit your activity to your Mapeh teacher. Now, why do we need to study gender and sexuality? How important is sexuality to your family's health? Gender and sexuality are two issues that affect your life as a teenager. These two concepts have some of the greatest impact on how you view yourself and deal with other people, especially with the opposite sex. Sexual feelings are normal and healthy. As a teen, you will experience a heightened desire to explore your sexuality. This is completely normal and healthy. Just keep in mind that sexuality encompasses our whole being. Managing sexuality-related issues should be founded on values, particularly self-respect and respect for others. Bear in mind that learning human sexuality is important because giving and receiving love is a human need. You should respect your own and another person's body. It will help you appreciate how life began. It will help you appreciate your sexual identity. You will experience bodily changes, and you need to learn how to properly manage these changes. You have the right to be informed on how to be disease-free and how to live a healthy lifestyle. And that concludes our lesson for today. It's now time to see if you have learned something from what we have discussed. Type true if the statement is correct, otherwise false. Are you ready? Let's start. Statement number 1. Sexuality is an integral part of what we do and who we are. It is the way in which we experience and express ourselves as sexual beings. It is the total expression of an individual's self-concept. True or false?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The answer is true. Keep it up. Statement number 2. It is important to have a clear outlook of yourself. Then, you will be able to focus on your good points and develop your weaknesses. If you know yourself well, you will know what you must do to stay healthy. True or false?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The answer is true. Amazing. Statement number 3. Gender is a social concept on how men and women should think, feel, and act. It refers to femininity or masculinity of a person's role and behavior. True or false?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The answer is true. Very good. Let us proceed to statement number 4. Filipinos living in different regions have diverse cultures and beliefs. Your cultural background cannot affect your values regarding sexuality, along with the norms and standards set by society. True or false?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The answer is false. You are doing great. Continue. Statement number 5. Healthy sexuality means taking a high sense of responsibility for all your actions, since this can affect self-esteem, decision-making, and behavior. True or false?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The answer is true. Very good. Did you get all the answers correctly? I do hope so. Congratulations for a job well done. Once again, this is Sir Renato Cabanganan, your health teacher, and always remember, sexuality is one of the ways that we become enlightened. Actually, because it leads us to self-knowledge by Alice Walton. Stay safe, everyone. Have a good day. See you in the next one.